Sorcerers, we have a very exciting update today. We've managed to pull some of our very first printed cards from our printer and get them in hand to showcase to our Kickstarter backers. You can see here I have the 4 elemental decks. Now the printer was able to send us the cards as soon as they were printed, so we don't actually have the final packaging yet. The packaging will look something like this. So this is a sort of a sample packaging here, but the 4 elements is the name of our Precon decks, and each box will contain 4 deck boxes and the decks that you see here. So one of the questions I'm asked is, will these deck boxes allow you to put fully sleeved decks in? And the answer is yes. So I'm just going to show you this real quick. So I have a deck in here. This is the Avatar of Water deck, and this has been actually double sleeved. So you can see here, these are the cards. I think these are the perfect fits inside, and they are Ultra Pro mats on the other side. So pretty regular stuff. These will accommodate the Precon decks within these boxes here. Wonderful. Anyway, let's get the cards to do the talking, because this is really what everybody wants to see. So with each pack, what we did, we elected to use a cellophane wrap. If I just move that towards the light, you can see that little pull tab here. Eric was very conscious of people ripping open the cards with their teeth or trying to cut them, and we didn't want people to damage the cards. So we added this. You just rip it off and it will open the deck up. So just a nice feature that we decided to do. It's the kind of thing that we want people to have the best possible experience with the product. I'm going to put these to one side because I've actually opened 2 already, and I've spent a long time looking at these, to say the least. So here we are. As you can see at the bottom, very, very subtle, we have the flourish either end of the attribution for the art, which distinguishes these as being from the Precon sets. As you can see, we have here the Avatar of Fire. Now, one thing we did is you'll notice that the finish is fairly matte on these. We have to be sympathetic of the original artwork in terms of finish and also saturation as well. But we think we've reached a fantastic sort of compromise in terms of how these cards feel versus the original art as well. One thing that people are very interested in is the finish of the cards. And I've shuffled these a few times, but you can see here they're kind of got like a silky finish along the sides here. It's actually quite smooth compared to what people might be used to for trading cards here. You can see, there we go. You can just kind of see that sheen on the side. But in terms of the cards themselves, absolutely delighted. These are full art cards, and you can see here there's no dings on the side, there's no roughness, the corners are very nicely formed, there's no edge wear or anything like that. If you flip it over onto the other side, you can see here that we've got the Sorcery Avatar card. I've also got, let's have a look real quick, the Spellbook, this one here, and obviously the Atlas card. And what we've done with the Spellbook cards and the Avatar card is we've made the graphic on the back a little bigger, just to make these borders slightly thinner along the edges as well. Makes the artwork really pop, makes it actually feel like a spell book. So I'm super happy with this. We've got Lindsay's Ancient Dragon, one of my favorite pieces of art from this set. Just make sure we get all of these in focus. So I wasn't going to go through every single card. If you do want to see all of the cards, we do have a full card library with some of our partner sites. So if you go to curiosa.io, go to Realms app or go to Collector Art House, then there's the full set of the cards that you can see there. Let me just get this one in focus. There we go. Just going to go through some of these because I know people do like to see the cards. So you can see here we've got Ancient Dragon, Incinerate, again by Lindsay. I think that might actually be the same dragon there. Drums of Doom. So we do have some elite and unique cards in these Precons. These are great value for people really wanting to get started with the game. In addition to those, we have the horizontal sight cards, which provide the mana that you help build on to actually cast your minions as well. And obviously each site has a variety of different effects, which basically allows you to control the realm, which is the grid that you play on top of. So we're delighted in terms of the card cut, the finish. It's everything we wanted. Our production partner's been fantastic to work with to make sure we can elevate the experience for our backers. And we really hope that you guys are delighted with what you're seeing here too. Take a quick look at the Avatar of Earth deck. There we go. And as you can see, the card finish is fantastic for each of these cards. Really feels good. Feel good in hand as well. The cards themselves aren't like super thick cards. We use Japanese black core card here. And you can see here that these have a nice sort of a compromise in terms of feel, but also flexibility as well, to allow them to return back to their normal state. So, yep, we can't wait for backers to get these in hand. there we go, Screaming Skull, and also Spear of Destiny, 2 fantastic cards within the set itself. Good. So next up, what we really want to do is we need to focus on how we can get this product into backers' hands as soon as possible. And so our aim is to work with our production partner to produce at scale, to give better estimates as to when people can expect product in hand, and then work through the shipping and logistics exercise, basically making sure that the product arrives at the right distribution centers, and then we can work with our backers to make sure we get product in hand as soon as possible. We're projecting Q1. We feel that's definitely achievable as things stand right now because we are already into print production, but we're just mindful of world events and things happening in terms of like shipping and things like that. So we aim to refine that estimate as we move through the production pipeline. Awesome. Well, this is a short video. I won't rabbit on too long. I hope you're delighted with what you see. Our aim is to do a Q&A next week. Myself, Eric, and Rafa, one of our game developers, will be sitting down to field questions from the community. Probably going to do it live. I'll go ahead and post details later on with the Kickstarter update so people can join that and get their questions answered. So thank you for sitting with me through all of this. I'm probably going to go ahead and stare at these cards for another couple of hours. And like I said, our full focus now is to make sure we get product in hand as soon as possible. So thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.